Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode. And yes, today is bodywork day, so we're going to be doing some bodywork. Cue new intro. Okay, so how do you like that? New intro and a new name. I'm going to explain more about that later on, but for now we're going to be concentrating on our task for this weekend. So today we're going to be fitting the doors on the car, the front doors on the car, and I was going to fit the wings, but I'm not going to, and I'm going to tell you the reason why at the end of this video. I have made got a new partnership with a company, and I'm going to talk to you about that and a slight change of direction in terms of the car at the end of this video. But right now we're going to be concentrating on our task in hand, and that's to get those front doors off so we can get them prepared and get the new doors fitted so we can get this car to be ready for its final new look. So let's get on, and we're going to take off the driver's door right about now. Okay, so in today's task, what we're going to have to do to get this door off, on these Golfs and Seats and Audis, very easy to remove the door. It's literally just 3 bolts. So you've got this little shield here. Once you pull that off, then you get a Torx socket. That's not a 7mm socket down there, which is this here, and there you go, 7mm. And then you need a Torx for the door support, and then the multi-plug that just pulls off here. Okay, and then once you take off these 2 bolts, that one there and that one there, the door literally just hooks off. So it's like it basically like it's like a house or a house door where it sits on a hinge, and that is it. That's how easy it is to take the doors off this car. So once we take the door off, we then have to take off this panel here and start the strip down for this side so we can put the other side on. So that includes the door handles, etc. On this side it's going to be a lot easier because I just have to take off the door, and then on the outside here we're taking off the door handle, so that's going to go on the new door. On the other side it's a little bit more complex because I have to strip all the internals as well, because that door's naked, as I showed you last week. So without further ado, let's start the strip down process to get this door off, and then take the door off, and then we can start getting the other new door fitted. Let's do that. Right, so door now is inside, so what we need to do is take off this door card here, and then by taking the door card off we'll be able to take the mirror off. So the only 2 pieces that are going to get transferred over to the white door will be this door card, which I'm going to give a good thorough cleaning because it's really gritty and really grotty, and then the door mirror. So I'm going to put a bit of cloth behind it just to protect it because it's leaning up against this wall here. So let's take this card off, and then that's it. This door is then no longer of use. I am going to strip all the motors and everything off that because I'm going to put them on eBay to just recoup some of the costs. But essentially we want that door handle, this door card, this mirror, the door card and the door handle. Those are the only bits that are going to transfer over to the new car. So let's get on and do that right now. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, to take the door card off, you need one of these. This is it's a Volkswagen tool, but what you do is it's a tool that you use to get underneath the door and then take the door cards up. Without this, it's really hard to do so. So I might put a link below where you get these because they're really handy. Right, let's crack on with this. Okay. Okay, so doors here. This is the door that's got the most damage on it. If I show you, you can see pretty badly banged up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to strip this door down, and then we can get the bits and transfer them over. So let me just show you the different components in here. So obviously we're going to take the speaker out. That's obvious what that is. But this is a control module here. So what this does is it controls everything. It's like a hub, and it basically communicates back to the ECU and tells it what the state of where the window is, what the position of the window is, etc. Is the speaker working? All of those kind of things, all controlled via this box here. So that's quite important. That needs to go across. Without this box, nothing here will work. This also very important. What this is a crash sensor. So what this does is it sends a signal back to the ECU to tell it whether the side the curtain what do you call it, the airbag, that's it, the curtain airbag needs to be deployed, or the front dashboard needs to be deployed. Depending on how hard this has been hit will determine what airbag is deployed at any time. So we're going to handle that one with care, because if we damage it, and I'll check it to see if it's been activated, because it may have been activated as because it's been impacted on the side, and if it has been activated, we have to replace it, because it will always send a signal to the ECU to saying that it's deployed, and we won't be able to clear that fault. This is pretty straightforward. This is your windscreen wiper. I've got windscreen wipers on the brain. This is the window motor, so that makes the window go up and down. And then here we have the regulator, which we also have to strip. We also have the central motor, central locking power and indicator, so it tells the car whether this door is locked or open, or if it's failed to lock. So that comes from there. And then we have the inside here, the door handle. So all of this has to come out and be stuck into the new car. So we are going to, let's start doing that right now, stripping that down, and then we can get it fitted into the new car. Okay, so, and here's a car without any doors on it, and I must say it's very strange driving a car with no doors on. It feels like driving something out of Mad Max, and mind you, there's a lot of ventilation at the moment, so the car's getting a good thorough air in. I don't think it'll ever get that in its lifetime again. Okay, let's crack on and strip this door. Okay, so I need to get the wiring loom out, and in order to get the wiring loom out, I need to pass it through this hole here, but this hole has been crushed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this away with my angle grinder, and hopefully I won't touch the cabling, and then hopefully the cabling underneath will be okay, so we can reuse it in the new door. So I'm going to have a bash and see if we can do that now. If not, we're going to have to order a new door loom wiring. Let's see how we get on. Okay, door handle removal time. So to remove the door handle, you have to, there's a little sticker which I've removed. That sits over there like that. Okay, then what you need to do, you need to get a special Volkswagen tool, which I don't have. It costs about £50 for this tool, and it assembles this. So what I've done, I've made it out of a coat hanger, and literally all it has is a little hook at the end. And then what you do is you put it in the latch, like you put it in the hole, wiggle your way down, and it turns 90 degrees, and then you pull it. And then what happens is it releases a little latch, which you probably can't see, but I can see a little latch has come forward. Then I need to just pull off the door handle here, and then once I pull the door handle off, or this little nodule here, I can then remove the door handle. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, that's it. The door is now stripped, and all the door components are here on top of the bonnet, carefully placed so we don't scratch the bonnet any further. So this is the entirety of the door mechanics, electric windows, electrical components. So now just got to reassemble it into the to that door over there. So let's start doing that. Right, okay, well it's been a long day. You can see it's fairly dark out. Right, let's see let me show you what we've done. So on the door, we've managed to, this is the driver's door. I've got to take the door lock off still, but I can't take this one off because this one's got a key in it. So I need to figure out how that is. I'm gonna have to look for the workshop manual to work out how to get this one off. It's gonna be a problem. But the other door, that's pretty much done now. So and that's on the car. In fact, I'll show you now the other door, well, the other two doors. So one door is fitted, the other door needs to get, what does that need to do? Oh, actually the other door just needs to be fitted on the other side, but as you can see, car's in the garage, so that one's gonna be a little bit more challenging. But let me show you the other door. Right, okay, so here's the door. Door is in place. There's no door lock or hinges in there, but the door fits absolutely perfect. As you can see, no issues whatsoever, and the same down the bottom. So that's very good news, because it means that the car is aligned, that there's no twist and bent, although I am going to get that checked. The only reason why it doesn't go in properly now, because the rubber bung for the door pull is stopping it from sitting in the car properly. But I'm very happy with that. Here's the other door that is now addressed. What I did, I actually replaced this. I had a spare one because the other one looks slightly damaged. That's the crash detector sensor. That's very important. So I thought, yeah, rather than use the one where the door's been hit the hardest, I'll just replace it with a spare one that I've had. So that's all in. The window regulator, that's all in. That went very well. And on this door, you can see, I'll pull it out, it's got a door handle. So the door handle is all in, and that's all working properly as it should, which is great. Just it's the right color. So this door, it's even got the hinges on here. The only thing I've got to do is to put the door pulley, that's the pull rod. So if I open up this door here, I'll show you what that is. So that's, if you can see it, that's this rod here, okay? And this rubber bung is what's stopping the door from actually closing properly. But this door is all done and ready, and it's got the glass in and everything. So like I said, the only thing missing is the actual door lock itself. That's not there, and then that will be it. So I'll get that done during the week. I may throw up another video again, but yeah, it's taking a long time, but we're getting there. Okay, so that's about it for this week, but I wanted to talk to you about the channel. By the time this goes up online, I've reached 500 subscribers, which is fantastic. Thank you very much for all of those who subscribe. All I can say to you is that the content is going to get better and better. And with that in mind, I want to talk to you about the paintwork on this car. So I had a quote to paint all the damage, and it's going to be very expensive. So I've managed to, well, we're going to take a different alternative action. What we're going to do is we're going to get the car wrapped, but we're not going to change the color. It's going to be exactly the same color. So I've got a company, I found a company up there, they're called Raptastic. We're going to do a bit of a collab. So they've got a YouTube channel, I've got a YouTube channel. They're going to wrap the car and then they're going to create a video, so you're going to see the whole wrapping process, and that's all in conjunction with 3M. So 3M have got a color that is exactly the same as this, and with 3M wraps it comes with a guarantee. I can't remember whether it's a 3 or 5 year, I think it's a 5-year guarantee actually on the wrap, which is totally different, and it's going to be very interesting, and that kind of changes the way things are going to happen with the car. So the guy who's going to do it, Raptastic, they don't want me to fit the wings, etc., because they're going to wrap those first and then they're going to fit those, and they're going to come and pick the car up, which is brilliant. So that's going to happen. That's on the 21st. The car goes on the 21st. I'll have it for a few days and then we'll show you the video when it comes back, and you'll see this car almost completed then when it comes back. So we just got to do some final bumper bits and pieces, plastics, etc., get the under tray back on, and then she's almost ready to go. Then I'm going to get her aligned, just a laser body alignment, just to make sure the car is straight, and then that should be it. The car will be ready to sell. So with that in mind, I'm going to change the approach of the channel slightly. I'm going to have 2 cars on the go. I'm going to have a project car, which is going to be a car that needs to be repaired because it's been an accident damage, and then I'm going to also look at buying repo cars so I can flip those quickly, and that way in between projects there's always going to be something happening on the channel. So with that in mind, I'm going to be selling the TT. I know that's sad news, but the reason why I'm selling the TT is so that I can have enough funds to keep on buying cars. So the original idea was to use this as a flipper and then do the TT up, but I'm now going to sell the TT so I can fund my next projects and not having you wait 3 or 4 weeks for me to get the funds for that. So there's always going to be something on the go. That doesn't change the channel's original idea, which is the R8 and also the TTS and the TTRS. We are still going to be looking for those cars, but if we happen to get a TTRS before the TTS, then we'll go down that route. So we're still going to be focused on Audis as the project cars, and those are the cars that we're going to do product testing. So for instance, I had a comment about having a remap done rather than race chip. So what I'm going to do on one of these videos, not in this car but in the next TT that's going to come along, we're going to get it on a dyno and take a reading and then put the race chip on and see what the true difference are. That's going to be the consumer side of things, and also detailing. So I'm going to be doing some valeting, using products, and you'll be able to see. And then the other side will be the flip cars. So we're going to be looking at repossession cars so that we can get them in, get them fixed, get them flipped, and you can see me doing that. And in those there's going to be a whole prep work that needs to be done for getting it ready for sale. So with that in mind, the channel name changes and it's going to be called Cars for Paul, because there's going to be lots of cars coming this way, but the channel's original idea, which is the road to the R8 and funding that R8 just using the cars, that is still going to be applicable. So I hope you are on board with that and that you can understand where we're going to go in terms of providing you with lots of content. That's the whole idea, to get the content flowing so that you've got lots of technical mechanical engineering and also more importantly that things that you can do as well. And I get lots of questions and to ask for advice. Keep that coming. I'm happy to do that, and in fact if your question is viable, we'll create a video on that as well. So the guy who asks about the remapping against race chip, that's going to be a video as a result of that, so keep it coming. And also don't forget to subscribe. So if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, that'd be helpful, but also subscribe. don't forget to subscribe, because that helps the channel growth and it gets that name out there. That UK builders, we know that the US are quite strong in this, and UK builders, there's not a lot of us around here. There's me, and I think the other guy that I know of is it Sparkplug Steve. He's got a really good channel, so watch that. So anyway, hope that makes sense. I will see you next Monday, but there may be a video dropping. So have a good week. See you next.